Hey, my name is Habib, and this is going to be my social type reveal video. And there's also a couple other things I'm going to be sharing, including a special announcement. So you want to stick around and watch the whole video. Uh, so I'm going to reveal my type. I'm going to share a mini lesson and share a special announcement. So you see my type there, double masculine, SETE, play, consume, sleep. My name is Habib, and let's get to the good information. So Um, yeah, so I want to reveal my social type, but before I do, just want to share a little bit of what I did to prepare. Um, so the first thing I did was I kind of saw this coming like a few months maybe before other people did. Maybe not, it seems like people were talking about it because Dave and Shan were mentioning it more and more in their videos, but also there are certain Q&A videos where it kind of seemed like we're gonna be exploring the social types, the social needs more. And Active and Shan have been talking about it for years. Uh, but yeah, it's suddenly coming to surface and highlighting some very key patterns. And so, people in the community very excited about this new topic, but really it's mixed. And I understand it's, two more coins and whatnot. But yeah, in order to prepare, I pre-processed with certain possibilities of what my type could be, and I made peace with getting my type wrong. There's a certain type I thought I was, and I'm like, you know what? I might be wrong, and yeah, I've been there before. So already I was wrong with thinking I had intuition instead of sensing. I thought I had any instead of SE, and that sent me for a trip. So um yeah, it's I talk about it in my 2 year into ops video about that. But yeah, so I would suggest for people to make peace with not being the type you thought you were. That's just the name of the game in the ops uh, community and stuff. Is sometimes we can see ourselves and sometimes we can't, and it helps to have some triangulation. But yeah, I definitely spent a lot of time kind of really going through my history and looking at what social type might I be. Without further delay, let's get into the reveal. I don't want to hide the information. So the social type I got back, and this is with Dave. So only Dave looked at it, and yeah, I got an audio from Dave, and yeah, so the type is social type 1. Yeah. So that's a pretty big surprise, even though that is the type I thought I was. Um, but yeah, it's flex over friends, responsible over specialize. And yeah, like Dave kind of looked through a bunch of my videos and yeah, he saw flex over friends, but like a lot of people in the community, I think people are kind of expecting me to have friends over flexing because I do spend time, in the community and, making some of these videos for people and, down with the people a little bit. And, but really, yeah, it's still that I'm flex over friends. And so there's, even though I have the tribe above self, I'm actually trying to go after, going for the top or being the best in my own way. Um, but yeah, it's going to look pretty different, I think, on tribe above self people. But yeah, it's good to get more people in the community typed so you can kind of see the different nuances and differences. Um, but yeah, I'm the SETE social type 1, play, consume, sleep. But yeah, it's funny that the people I primarily spoke to, in this part of the um, pre-work is like the people I actually talked to were Reggie and Henry. Now I know Henry is like kind of typed by the community as a 1, but yeah, he is pretty much a 1 probably. Yeah, and Reggie was actually typed by Dave and Shan as 1. And yeah, him and we kind of related on a lot of things where the contradiction of having save your tribe but also wanting to be number 1, and a little bit of the crushing people kind of talk and being the best, and maybe not doing as much work as the number 2s and 3s, but still having the audacity of having the ambition. um Yeah, and kind of sacrificing friendships for that. Um, yeah. Anyway, so that was the reveal. I'm social type 1, and my initial reaction is that it felt really exposing. All this stuff. I was like, oh damn, we're gonna get into the social types. Ah man, I think I'm that one, and it's like it does feel exposing on that level. And I may have to create a yeah, I'll create a separate video for my actual processing of the social type. But just to give you a little bit of a taste, is like, yeah, I feel isolated, selfish, IP like. With a social type 1, you're going off on your own. You're kind of going out on a limb to go accomplish some really, getting to the top. And then it's like, does it even matter? And you look around, there's nobody there supporting you. And it can be really lonely at the top. And especially myself having the Savior tribe is like, yeah, I can look around me and see that there's no one there. And yeah, it could be, I mean, that's the dark side of it. But yeah, I don't want to get into the processing too much right now. Just want to reveal it. The main reaction is just that, this helps me feel seen. And yeah, it's just looking at a lot of the things that happened in my past. Yeah, it's kind of a lot. It's kind of a lot to really start understanding why. Um, yeah, understanding why. Yeah, certain things are the way they are, um, and why certain friendships had to end. And yeah, it could be pretty serious. And yeah. All right, let's move on. I know I'm play above sleep, but we gotta keep things rolling. I wanted to actually share something. So I have a mini lesson on the social type. So this is just some extra naming for understanding purposes. Now I'm not trying to redo all these, but I have some new names for the flexing, responsibility, and so on. Um, and I'm not trying to replace it. I'm just trying to offer some more understanding food for people. So to replace flexing with the word ego, um, and to replace responsibility, think of it like jack of all trades. To think of specialize as master of one, and then to think of friends as super ego. So you could see the different polarity, right? Ego and super ego, jack of all trades and master of one. Um, yeah, it seems to make a lot of sense to me. Um, but yeah, the question is going to be, is that going to help you with typing yourself or others? So getting into a little bit more of the definition. So I wanted to kind of expand and give more options to people for how you see the different social types. So ego is kind of about achieving potential, right? So whether I'm achieving my potential or also DE trying to get the tribe to achieve their potential, it's like, hey, this could be better than it is. Like, why aren't we going after higher, bigger, better, best, more interesting, more profound, more novel, more innovative? Like, why aren't we dreaming bigger? Do it myself, which is like, hey, no one else is doing it. Maybe we should do it. Maybe we don't blame other people. Maybe we just go and do it. Maybe we take accountability, and rather than blaming the boss, let's do it ourselves, right? And so that's ego. Or like, I could do better than my boss. Like, I want that person's job, right? And yeah, just the opposite of that, let me just cut right to it, is a super ego, where people are willing to give you the shirt off their back, holding down the fort. Um, like, holding down the fort, meaning like, you know, they'll keep things going steady, maintaining whatever the social structures are, because they're like, hey, you guys go on ahead without me. I'm good. I'll take care of all the people here. And yeah, just holding things down, making sure the social fabric is stable, right? That's what the friends or the super ego is doing, right? Like, um yeah, and they might believe a little bit more in the superstition or the luck. So there's a little bit of a coin there where you have luck and hard work. So let's say you made $1 billion with your career, and it's like, all right, how much do you attribute to luck and how much do you attribute to hard work? And so, the superego will say, hey, I just got lucky. Like, look at everybody else. Like, I was in that position and I happened to get there. Hard work is, sure, I put the work in, but everyone does. So yeah, that's more the mentality. I mean, the truth is somewhere in the middle, right? And then also finally, superego, you care about your family and friends, like everyone does in their deathbed, but superego, the friends above flex, or above ego, you're caring about your family and friends throughout your life. You're not sacrificing it to make, big gains in your ego or flexing. But yeah, anyway, I have the most to say about those two. But there's some significant things to say about the jack of all trades, right? This gives you all the hats. So if you're working at a job, you want to work 50 different other tasks, you're excited about it, you have more job flexibility, versus the master of one, where they're like, hey, why are you telling me to do 50 other things? You want me to really get good at this one thing. Like, all right, fine, maybe I'll do a second thing. All right, probably not, because I need job security. I need to be able to line up the next job. I need to be able to be the top in my field. And so these are just some new kind of like ways I'm looking at these social types, along with everybody else, even Dave and Shan, right? We're still understanding it. We're going to need another year or two to understand the social types. So moving on with this mini lesson on social type, just seeing how it all fleshes out with those new words. Now, if these words help you, use them. If they don't, just drop them. But for me, it's helping a little bit to see myself as having the ego first and jack of all trades second, right? And the thing that I'm letting go a lot is the super ego. And I also have the demon of master of one, right? So that's the specialized. And so what I'm going to be doing a lot in groups is I have my, ambitions, my goals that I'm going after, and I'm going to be picking up all these different skills and trades and get good at all this random stuff, like let's say typing or coaching and stuff like that. But I'm really doing that for certain ambition, like goals. Um, but what I end up doing is maybe burning down the vibe, burning down the tribe a little bit, or not really pleasing everybody in the way that they want. And so what really helps me is to have a number two. And so it makes sense for them to worry more about the super ego. So as I kind of rub people the wrong way, um, or my reputation gets tarnished, like I need like the number twos to kind of back me up, to be like, no, Habib's a good guy. He means well. I know he said that thing about you, but like he doesn't actually mean it, because I have that as a demon, right? And so it's helpful to have number twos around for me, but obviously these are the other ones, right? So like master of one, they're good at their job. You got your Jordan Petersons, Andrew Huberman, also Avery in the community, right? And we have the number fours, right? Super ego, master of one, jack of all trades, and then ego last, right? Yeah, so this is, maybe it helps you, maybe it doesn't, but anyway, that was just a mini lesson. Let's move on to our special announcement. So I have something special to share with you all, and that is that I have an interview lined up with Dave. So I actually had a phone call with him, and yeah, we arranged for April 20th at 4 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, I have a prepared list of questions, and they're going to be really good, but I don't want to hype it up too much. But yeah, it's going to be a really good time. Yeah, my goal for this is for it to be a high quality interview that we can use as a resource for, just understanding objective personality and the current state of things in 2023 and beyond. Thanks for watching. I do have some typing/coaching options in the description below. Check those out. If you like the video, subscribe and comment. I'd love to hear what you have to say about social type and whatever else. Yeah.